The following is a best-of-5 set in the winner's semifinal round. Introducing first, from Hyogo, Japan, represent Fennel, live in 2D, this is Miya! His opponent, now residing in San Antonio, Texas, the #1 player on the Texas PR, representing 26 Rising, this is MuteAce.
Up here and absolutely ready to cook. MuteAce, one of the used to be, the Texas last hope. I would say that, but there are 3 Texans in top 8, but still one of the, if not the, one of the best Peach player in the world. And shout out to CS Stats for showing us a tale of the tape. These two have not played before. You see Miya over there sitting at that #1 seed. And MuteAce sitting at the 5th seed right there. Like I said, these two have never played before, and really it's just a tale of just 2 extremes, right? We saw that Miya literally coming from overseas and doing the damn thing from pools all the way into winners quarterfinals, beating Karama, beating Pharaoh, and beating Double D, and dominance as we expect the #1 seed to perform. Pharaoh getting the closest, but still overall that spread is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and then meanwhile on MuteAce's side, it was a 3-0 over Tarek, a 3-1 over friend Louis Money, 3-0 over MFA, AZ, Nutmeg, and Slow Bo. It's been 1 game dropped from MuteAce thus far, a near stellar record, almost. And then we could talk about the fact that this is actually the first set that we've had where these 2 players were actually seeded to make it here.
Yeah, the last tournament that MuteAce won, that being Riptide, big W for that, and getting Rewired Fest. Got 3rd place, but definitely got the clip. And if there was a character that you definitely want to get the clip against, it's definitely Game & Watch.
Right.
Game & Watch being a super lightweight character, the defense is definitely going to be stellar for sure, because you can up B out of most combos. If Mia's up being out of Steve stuff, then it shouldn't be that difficult to up B out of Peach stuff. And like I said, the utility of Game & Watch is absolutely incredible. But when MuteAce gets to cooking, when MuteAce starts those turnip combos, and the MuteAce starts the movement with the floats and whatnot, MuteAce can be one of the best players in the world.
Absolutely. And we talked a little bit about this set before top 8. This is a tale of the feast or famine sort of strategy. You got to play Peach almost like a heavy character. You're going to be playing against a very consistent character in Game & Watch, so you're going to have to pick your shots very wisely. You might take a few hits of damage, some combos here and there, but you're really only needing to win maybe 1 or 2 out of 10 interactions if you get those really nice turnip 0 to deaths or 20 to deaths or 30 to deaths or anything else. And I know for a fact that MuteAce was out there practicing some of those combos against a Game & Watch. So.
Yeah, he wants to make sure, hey, for every interaction that I get, it absolutely has to sting. This absolutely has to sting. If I let Miya start up the set play, if I let Miya get a little bit comfortable, it's not going to augur well for me. And literally the fact that Peach getting juggled over and over again, that's kind of what Game & Watchers look for. Right. And the fact that hey, I'm going to use your air mobility against you. Right. And I'm going to keep juggling you in the air. I'm going to keep you here for as long as I possibly can. And now a top 8 showing from Miya and MuteAce. Winner going to face Lima. Yeah. And to fight one of the best players, one of the best players in the world. Is a tall order, but not from MuteAce. So one time, Texas, we need you to give MuteAce your energy. Let's give him a round of applause, man.
That's right. there have been talks about who is the best in the world, and I mean, it feels as though Miya has given a lot of credence to his own name being put out there. And first seed for a reason. Know that there's a lot to work with in Game & Watch's kit, but MuteAce is not a player that goes into anything unprepared. He is one of the most prepared players I've ever seen in this game. Is always ready for any eventuality, for any inevitability, and is ready for whatever Miya's bringing to the table, I hope. Let's see.
1,000%. Here we go. Winners semis are game 1 between MuteAce and Miya.
Okay, Slay, let's go.
A little spice on that right there. And already just like, hey, I know the combo started.
Here we go.
Just get me out of here. Like, an immediate upbeat to start.
And that's why MuteAce is just throwing that out there. Be like, all right, how quickly are you going to upbeat? Well, I guess we got our answer.
Wow, and not even landing. Not even
before
landing
you even hit the
in
ground, you were ready to go right back up into the skies, and this is going to be an air-to-air battle.
Yeah.
It's like two planes just colliding time and time again.
Oh yeah, I mean, this might be really, really dangerous for the conditioning aspect for Miya, because literally, if you get Aiken to try to, pick your best defensive option too early, but like already you're just like, bro, I really don't want to be subject to nothing too crazy from Peach, but already at 110%. And MuteAce is like, yo, I just want you to stay away from me. I'm not trying to get juggled. And speaking of which,
hey, you know it, man. It's these vertical combos that Battlefield allows, but we're going to throw that turnip up. Get Miya up there with a little bit of a greedy approach, thinking that he could go back, play the game, try to force MuteAce back off the ledge. This time, hands have exchanged. MuteAce still looking at a very healthy percent. Yeah,
the layers from MuteAce on ledge are going to be crazy. Like literally throwing the turnip in the air like a threatening float. Here we go, and yes, immediately up being out of it. And Miya, I like the idea of testing the waters, but get hit by the furthest possible hitbox of that side special.
Yeah, it sees that Miya's going to be grabbing the turnip, so goes for a very smart grab. MuteAce thinking of everything, hoping that he can get around that bomb and then reset. It's these short hop height and low float height that are going to be really important to avoid things like the up airs that Miya loves so well.
Here we go, and with a lead, right, we're not going to see, oh my goodness, getting hit with the fair right here. Now with a lead, we're not going to see MuteAce be too aggressive, but just trying to like upgrade their defense and literally getting hit by all these up airs from Miya and trying to back off right here. Watch for the short flow back airs. And
okay, quick little fair, trying to force Miya back. Doesn't want him to think that he's free to play the game. Got to get him back away from the ledge as soon as possible.
And another back air, and MuteAce absolutely is cooking. Look at his face. He's like, yeah.
He knows. This is his time to set a standard and beat potentially the best in the world. But you can see the chair coming in. MuteAce losing the first stock after all. Miya, although a full stock down, we've seen what this character can do.
There we go. That conversion was sick, absolutely. And throwing out the bucket is just like, hey, like I'm trying to just like make sure that these turnips aren't a factor here, but still, MuteAce, absolutely. But these combo conversions so damaging, and Miya is literally just struggling to just get some type of offense going, and is able to get the percentages, but like, man.
MuteAce using the platforms to tech roll away, try to evade. Miya still getting a couple hits here for his money, and a little chef. Yep, gets the high approach out. That side B has been good for MuteAce, but now Miya's starting to catch on. Yeah,
this fair to like grab like at the end of the bomb has been really good. Just like forcing MuteAce to make a decision over here. And now high percentages coming up for both characters, but Miya, one stock to go.
Oh, okay. Runs up, then rolls out. Miya just trying to play with MuteAce, trying to see if he can get MuteAce to throw out a panic option. Be afraid. So far, it's going to be a forward throw. Gets him out of here, and 128. Miya's got some rage. Can we get something here? Is it going to be... okay. Just more pressure.
All right, kind of a little bit of a slowdown right here. Like, Miya doesn't want to give up anything, and he does it right here.
Gotta micromanage that bomb. Remember, MuteAce, he sees it come out, but he doesn't recognize that it's right there, ready to explode. He's trying to focus on Miya, but he's still got the bomb behind him.
Here we go, gonna be able to get the fair right here. Slow and steady wins the race, and float, tiara cancel. The crowd coming alive right here for MuteAce, taking that first game.
Love that stuff. I mean, MuteAce, it was a calm, collected MuteAce, not gonna give in to the baits and traps that Miya's trying to get out of him. feels like MuteAce's flowchart working out.
Yeah, MuteAce understands it like, oh, it's a long set, and I really don't have to, I'm really not trying to overextend or give anything up that I shouldn't. Like,
that's true.
MuteAce is one of like the best players just under pressure, right? And MuteAce understands like, hey, it's not over until the screen says game. So really just staying resilient, not rushing anything too crazy, even though it did come to like, the last stock. Yeah. But he made sure that he had the lead and waited for the right moment to get that stock and to get that game. And getting ahead is definitely something that you want, especially in this matchup with, what is arguably the best player in the world.
Right. And facing a character like Game & Watch means that you just have to be really keen on your flowchart, knowing exactly what you're looking for in any given opportunity, but actually not going with all of the mix-ups that you could use throughout the set, because you want to keep those cards close to the chest. You don't want to show your hand too much. MuteAce has a lot of stuff that he can use in the tank, and that was a pretty simple game. We don't see a lot of the crazy tech that we could see from MuteAce in games 2 and 3. He's setting himself up with a great start.
So here we go into this game 2. Very interested to see what the stage pick here. I like the Battlefield stage pick, and going small Battlefield, which could work out for either one of these players. We've seen like in previous sets, like having the small blast zones and the blast zone up at the top, very, very instrumental in these teams in this character success.
Yeah. So far, Miya just trying to use the Nair. I mean, it's been a good, mostly encompassing tool to get around, and yeah, a couple strings here and there. Gets 50% for his money, but MuteAce, even though he's getting caught by some of these up Bs, he's really not worried. He's doing the right things, using Peach air drift as well as a stall from the float.
Wow, and literally not letting them land right here in Miya. This is the start that they wanted for the last game, and kind of like because you don't have that third platform to really protect you from this type of stuff, it really like forces you to like, you have to make a couple of better choices whenever you're trying to land, and all this damage has literally been from up airs, and wow.
Yeah, I mean, really, with no platform in the middle, it really does make it easier for Miya to funnel MuteAce into the center stage and catch him from below. It's been a really, really strong tool, and it keeps MuteAce from resetting his jump on the top platform, so he's not able to get a second float.
Here we go, but it feels like Game & Watch can literally detonate any moment here. Oh my god, the back air, not going to be able to do it yet.
Oh, we got full rage here on MuteAce, but going to end here. Wasn't able to use it to send Miya packing. You're going to have to find something with no rage here, and that back air is still going to have a little bit more work to do, I think.
Here we go, and the juggle's coming out from Miya, throwing that fair, kind of just taking away the space for MuteAce to recover right here.
Okay, taking some liberty. Back throw won't kill here, but it does get you off stage, and it does help out. Instead of one of those great turnip throws that MuteAce loves mixing up, throw high, throw low. Miya trying to do the best he can with the bucket to avoid.
Yeah, but we see Miya kind of setting up the bomb field right here, throwing fair, forcing him to try to make a bad decision over here in the platform distance, and that stock getting taken away. Lima fighting back in a big way, but kind of really hard for Lima right now, constantly without protection from getting juggled.
Yeah. And now the drift out while he's falling with the back air is actually avoiding MuteAce's punishes. Miya's doing a great job of using his drift, and they're both looking for it, but hey, Parasol, okay, yeah. Your time ran out. You thought maybe you could evade, but you didn't actually grab ledge. You landed right above it. Miya gonna went up and down tilt. Nice option.
Here we go, and it starts again. Forcing MuteAce to just pay a hefty toll on percentages before they can actually get to play the game.
I say Peach taking the heavy tax right now feels like you got to do something here, but you ain't that light. You're lighter than that.
Oh
okay,
no,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
Please do not challenge that.
Hello. Okay. Can we force out that? The up B comes out, but I mean, I love the long-lasting down air. It's got a good multi-hit to challenge, but still not enough to get the 2-frame. And now it's that bomb drop into grab that you talked about, Banjo. That's killer.
Without getting a dash attack, trying to put him in disadvantage for long enough to try to just mount something in. The back air still not going to do it, and waiting for that nair and jumping back to stage. So, Mew combo has to be on the way.
Yeah, I was going to say that you're going to
has to be on the way.
One hit away, and yeah, that won't do it, but dash attack's still incredibly dangerous. That will do it. A little bit short on that side B. You're not going to be able to use the Peach Bomber to get yourself back to ledge, and right there waiting for you is Turtle Soup.
Yeah, we see that the stage pick kind of working out for me in that instance. Like the space that he was able to take away, like after the jump was used, and he literally hopped off fair, was able to get the stock right there. Very, very good on Miya, and 1-1. Yeah. Already looking pretty competitive.
Yeah, this is definitely a set that we can build some hype for, because let's be real, Miya, he had that chip on his shoulder. I mean, he was like, okay, I might have lost game 1, but came back in with a renewed vigor, and apparently, it worked out. MuteAce still trying to get some of those consistent things, but I think now we're starting to need those tech, right? Like that tech that we were talking about that we didn't see in the first game. Didn't really see it too much in the second game either. We had a couple good turnip throws into back airs and stuff like that, but we're gonna need some more stuff.
It's super like, not super specific, but specific enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Super situational, right? And like we saw that Miya was willing to literally like test the waters, like the first button that was pressed, it just immediate up B. Like, yo, I know what Peach can do. I know what you can do as a player today, so I really don't want to subject myself to any of that. And like you said earlier, Nerf, the game plan for Game & Watch is just fairly simple, right?
Yeah. It really is, but now it's just trying to get out of the Peach combos, getting a couple up airs, something that we'd seen from Miya, but now MuteAce is starting to take a page from his book. Yeah, but how many times are we going to get caught in this big blender?
Here we go, and now percentage is looking a little bit towards right, and literally even through the float, like Miya's just able to up B out of it immediately. And I was going to say the up B into up air, literally trying to just seal it out over the top, and Miya, strong offense, but reciprocating right here is MuteAce.
Okay, yeah, looking for the dash attack, trying to cover low, thinking that MuteAce wants to get his feet back on ground, but hey, he's actually comfortable enough on those platforms, but going right through him with this, oh my god, the turtle actually doing so much work here, that back air, catching MuteAce in the drifts.
He literally caught him with like the furthest possible hitbox too. Like literally it was just like the furthest possible length that turtle could reach, he was able to do it.
Hit the glass slippers with that one,
right.
Shattered them. All right. Quick tech, and Miya shows why he's ready to get back in the fray even after taking a quick turnip throw at that range.
Right, just throwing back airs, like literally like these full back airs. I was gonna say he's just trying to just zone him with it, and wow, just getting hit with the TR off stage, and off the stage you go, and here we go.
So far, we haven't seen too much leverage from the MuteAce turnip throw combos up and down on the ledge. I mean, those edge guards usually work out in his favor, but Miya, knowing the full recoverability of Game & Watching, using it to its fullest, trying to cover as much space as possible. These vertical scrapes are starting to pan out a little bit better for MuteAce. He's getting around the up airs better. What do we got here? How much damage we taking?
Clearly, and I think MuteAce is going to have to like adjust his strategy just a little bit by probably like baiting out these up Bs and stopping mid-combo. Even though the situation resets, it doesn't put you in disadvantage as well. That clang on the ledge right here, and trying to hit the tiara, not going to be done here. You're in disadvantage, sniping the Peach Bomber, and literally
Miya going through his whole list of items on the ledge. Wants to get up, go for a jab, go for a grab, and in those scrapes, you never know what you're going to get. It's a scramble. Scramble. Oh my god, gets chefed up.
Oh yeah, Lion Tamer off the stage, and here we go. Miya in prime position right here. 122. Wow, and that's exactly what MuteAce did not want. Literally getting hit within there.
Okay,
just in constant disadvantage.
Okay, but these closer range Peach Bombers actually getting MuteAce a little bit more power. Still falling right on top of these up airs. It feels like MuteAce just cannot get back to center stage, cannot take stage control back. Miya is steadfast in the defense. Wait a, okay, hey, that's a
make it back.
Woo!
Definitely. And
had me scared for a second. I was like, wait a second, he shouldn't be able to do that. Oh, okay, good evasion. MuteAce just out, like the roll range just outside of Miya's grasp.
Wow, and literally Miya having all the answers over here on ledge. Like, he throws up air and then immediately throws up air to just cover the mid-range of that recovery, covering the horizontal of it, like the verticals, excuse me. And now, literally just all the frame traps in the world right here, throwing bomb and then literally grabbing after.
Yeah.
MuteAce not a leg to stand on, avoiding the Lion Tamer but getting hit by the down tilt. Miya up 2-1.
Yeah, that air dodge up that I think just did not do MuteAce any favors. I mean, maybe he was hoping to either escape to the platform or maybe it's just a misinput, but I mean, either way, it leaves him very vulnerable to things like that. That down tilt has surprisingly large range for Game & Watch.
Now Miya looking really, really comfortable right now. Getting the hand warmers on.
Right.
Looking very, very comfortable. A 2-1 lead. I gotta assume that small battlefield cannot be the pick for this next game, this game 4.
You look so confident, so comfortable in that first game. Miya just made some adaptations, and it's looking like we are going back to small battlefield here, Banjo. MuteAce gonna hope and pray that this is the place where he can make the magic happen.
Yep, a little breakfast for you right here on ledge, and he's staying at platform distance right here. And like I said, Miya's been really, really good about just covering that certain space on ledge and literally like covering the verticals of it as well.
Here's the danger, Miya can just do that with near impunity. He doesn't really lose too much from those problem situations off stage. MuteAce has to work so much harder sometimes to escape, and Miya can easily just take those hits on the chin off stage and get right back.
We go with a little return to neutral, and wow, you see this big lead, and like MuteAce so desperately just wants to get some type of just combo train going, like for every like one of these exchanges, but it's been just so difficult for him. Like you said earlier, the defense has been impeccable, but that dare going to take MuteAce over the top.
He is starting to use that tool very effectively. I mean, it's been really interesting to see how MuteAce has been avoiding those dares in the first part of the set, and now getting hit by them. Starting to look a little bit more dire as Miya breaks away with even more extra credit on the second stock.
And just literally landing with Nair over and over again. Like it's looking like MuteAce just doesn't have the answers for this.
All those like multi-hits, the aerial disjoints of the turtle and more. It gets up into it, but I mean, hey, okay, we challenge it with the get of attack still. That is an option. But
oh my God!
Spot dodge on the delayed forward smash. Miya cleans up.
And set that up by literally just approaching with bucket and like throwing the projectile back. And it's like, yeah, bro, like I have all that covered. And literally Miya, the adaptations are at an all-time high right now, and literally just keeping MuteAce right where they're at, and even trying to challenge with a down smash right there. But MuteAce gonna be able to find their way out.
Miya pulling out all the stops, even the moves that you didn't expect to use, but channeling his inner Meister, looking for everything out of the book.
And going, thinking that it's your turn then, and that up B popping out immediately.
Ooh, well, hey, MuteAce has seen that one before. He at least knows how to catch that. The dash attack would be a great burst option.
We go, and like you said, the challenge off stage.
Chases on every single time off stage, but Miya's been getting a few here. These quick jabs starting to lead into a lot more damage than MuteAce is able to handle.
Trying to swipe right there, being a little cheeky with the side B. Like, nah, bro, ain't no way you get a 9-hander.
Hey, yo.
Come on, bro.
He even near you. What, you go 9 the wall?
Well, maybe he just did that, kind of stall the drift a little bit.
That's true, it's true.
Stall the aerial drift a little bit so he can get back on stage.
For real. Okay, now we're forcing the roll. I like it. MuteAce starting to shot call a little bit better. Getting Miya to play right into his hands. He's laying the trap. He's falling into it.
Here we go, like making Miya kind of like make the decision to like, throw these fairs and nairs in the middle of the stage so they can just, respond with a back air. Wow, and great presence of mind for the down tilt and shielding it. And here we go, the defense of MuteAce coming out right here.
Well, I would have get hit by that down tilt 100%. Right now a dash attack, it's still looking a little stale. Miya going to be looking for it a little bit too much, but oh no, Peach Bomber gets you right back into the chef, a little bit more damage. Can't wait. Miya,
oh, wow, what a parry from Miya into the down tilt, and that is going to be a 3-1. Wow. Miya going to be able to move on into winners finals.
Lots of really clutch usages of that down tilt, as well as some of the other better kill options for Game & Watch. It felt like Miya, he was always ready with something different. Like he was using a good rotation of the tools, of the options. And at that point, MuteAce still just got put through the ringer a couple times, tried to get out. A few of those interactions did go his way, but it wasn't enough to really seal the deal. We saw a few decent advantage states, but the 50% combos, the near-death combos, they weren't there, and we needed them.
And it's one of these instances to where, like, Miya understood the assignment. Miya was just like, man, I definitely know how dangerous you can be, MuteAce, and I really don't want you touching me at all. We saw, like, from the first interaction, an immediate down tilt combo starter, and immediately up bead by Miya. And Miya understood that he didn't want to be, touched, and we're going to explore a little bit more of that. Let's take it to Rod.
Yo, thank you, commentators. Doing a great job, by the way. Hey, so, wow. For Miya, that was an awesome match. Wow. That's right. We can clap it. Hey, your hands work. I've seen you've been holding controllers all week, and they work. Okay, Miya, talk to me. How are you feeling about that match?
今の試合の感想を教えてください。
試合の感想、ミュートアイス、とりあえず今までで一番強かった、ピーチスパイかな。で、撃墜、倒すのを、拒否してくるのがとてもうまかったです。簡単な感想。
So MuteAce was the best Peach user I fought it forever, and he thought that when he returned to the stage, MuteAce was really good to make him stop returning to the stage.
Did you happen to be nervous at all? I know you're an Apex champion and you've won quite a few events in your time, but what was your thought process going into this?
過去さまざまな大会でも優勝経験は重ねていると思うんですけど、今回の大会は緊張しましたか？
そうですね、緊張しますね。今回初めてスティーブ禁止なんですよね、今回。最近僕スティーブ触り始めてたんで、スティーブ使えないからちょっと出す相手に当たるとちょっと厳しいなと思ったけど、ちょっと今回はゲームウォッチだけで勝てる相手ばかり来てたので、なんとかなりましたね。
Yeah, I was nervous, but I was practicing Steve, but this tournament was Steve is banned, so I can't use it. But today my opponent is everyone I can use Game & Watch, so it was lucky for me.
Hey, and last question before I let you go. Hey, why small battlefield so many times? I noticed that nobody switched the stage at all. Was it just a comfortability pick or was it a part of the game plan?
バトルフィールドはなぜ選択しましたか？
日本の選手の梅木さんっていう人に、レイジーでかなり上手い人なんですけど、戦場で結構いい勝負できたから、戦場バトルフィールドが一番いい勝てるステージかなと思ったけど、ミュートエースは相手だとそうでもなかったんで、1戦目だけ負けて、それ以降はスモールバトルフィールドにしました。
There's a player in Japan named Umeki, a Japanese player, and he did a battle in the battlefield with that player, and he thought that it was good for him. But for this time, the opponent was really strong, and he lost the match in battlefield. But after that, he won all the match, so it was good.
Hey, thank you both. Hey, round of applause really quick one more time for Miya, please, and thank you. No doubt about it. We're going to figure out a way to get these interviews going. I love this. Thank you for translating as well, too. You are an absolute lifesaver. Commentators, back to you.